Give me 1 second, and I'm going to
Why are you doing that, Eric? This is so scary because um I live with my sister and she is going through some stuff, so she takes it out on other people. And this in the rising just now, something happened on top of that other stuff happening. And when I called my mom, she said, "Don't respond. Don't respond." So this
mm.
is scary right here that you're saying that right now.
Yeah, because you know what? It really is a big thing. How do you respond to how do you respond to what you're going through? That's the biggest thing. It's not going through. We all go through. It's how do you respond to what you're going through? And I think that's gonna what I gotta share with some of y'all. I think this is gonna help some of y'all out. Are y'all ready? If y'all ready, let me say I'm ready.
Ready.
I'm ready.
I'm
Ready.
ready.
See, you know, Hollywood is Hollywood, and, I don't know if art imitates nature or nature imitates art, but one thing I can say that our United States military prepares people for battle, and when things happen, how do you respond to situations, right? When you look at sports, it's how do you respond to situations, or how are you prepared for the situation? Here's the thing: most time as we go through life, we want to become independent. Just think human nature. People grow up and they want to be independent, right? Little kid, you tell them, my got a 3-year-old granddaughter. I call her, oh, you're such a pretty baby. I'm not a baby anymore. Like at 3 years old, she's not a baby. I can do it. I got this. It's so much independence. And as parents, you start to realize, like, wow, if you allow me, and so I think it's part of human nature to assist
Mm-hmm.
you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the same parent is really doing the same thing. Because sometimes in life, somebody's giving them some message and they're like, I got this, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're telling your kids to let you help them, but you good. And you don't really step back and look at the whole world of things. A lot of times we are in our life where we are because that's what we have known. Our skills, that's the blatant truth. We don't want to admit to it. Your skills and your abilities has got you thus far. Now, you can own them, keep them, package them up, and take that to the grave with you, and you will probably go to the grave with the same amount of success that you probably have already achieved. Nobody knows the time when you're going to die, but if you own the skills that you have, you can take that to the grave, and whatever you acquire will probably be what you acquired so far. Are y'all with me? So what are you saying, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get better, you're going to have to learn to do better. You're going to have to learn some newer skills. And probably you're not going to be able to learn it on your own. You're going to have the desire inside to want to learn new things. Are y'all with me? You're going to have the desire inside, like Danae said, just be upfront. This is what I'm going through, y'all. Most people don't want to do that. Why are you putting your business out in the street? I tell a story of my son, and maybe I've always been that way. I don't mind sharing what I'm going through. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this takes a village. But how's the village going to help each other? You don't know he's a painter, he's a plumber. How you going to know that guy is a plumber if he don't tell you he's a plumber? Right? What mechanic is a mechanic if you don't tell me? There's a lot of people know how to fix cars, but they don't tell people they know how to fix cars. So nobody goes to them to fix cars, right? It's the guy who says, hey, I can fix cars. And then the mechanic that comes in. And people say, that's the mechanic in the village. Are y'all with me? Now, oftentimes, here's what happens. The mechanic who knows how to fix cars never says anything. Man, I've been working on fix cars, never says anything. Then the stranger comes and says, into your village, hey, there's no mechanics here. So they open up shop. And then guess who gets mad? All the mechanics who never told people they was mechanics. Why they open up a shop in here? Now they tell, oh, because you never said there was mechanics here. So what am I saying to you? The village couple messages there, but as the village, you have to sometimes express and share, like you did, Danae, what you're going through, so that way people can help you achieve and get through what you're going through. Are y'all with me? That's the first problem thing. You got to be able to share and express what you're going through so people can help you. I take it back to my son. I never forget, we was at this radio station and they was looking to get us to do a show. Me and Dr. Mary was there, and one of the guys, a good friend of mine, is Tim Day. He's like, man, Eric, you got to meet Lionel, the owner of the station. So we met Lionel and said, Eric, yeah, tell me about your son. How's your son doing in football? And I'm like, he's doing good. And then I was walking out the door, and I started to leave. We was leaving, and I said, be honest with you, he really ain't happy where he's at right now. He was at University of Maine. So he's not happy where he's at. Really? Why? Tell him don't stay there. I'm like, really? I'm telling him to stay there. Now, remember, I just met this guy. And Mary gave me the side eye, like, why are you telling my business? Because Tim had told me before, this guy's a sports agent, right? And he's been in sports. He's like, yeah, I was the same way. Boom, boom, boom. I had to leave. My parents didn't like it. But the best decision I made when I left college. And this is before people are leaving colleges. And as a note of that, he introduced me, said, did your son got a video? I got a guy who helps people find players. This guy's coaches at one of the local high schools, a high school coach, but he helps a lot of players get scholarships. He got a video? I'm like, yeah, he got a video. We ain't had no video. So I go home and say, son, you got to put some videotape together. I call Zay, you got to put some tape together. First of all, he said, leave. I was like, Zay, you know what? We leaving. You want to leave? Let's go. We don't know where we're going. Let's just leave. You're not happy there. Let's leave. That's rule number one. We had to be happy. We had to be willing to burn the boat. Let's go. Didn't know where we was going. Then he had his friend called me and made some couple of calls. And then we got a head coach from Hampton University. Hey, I want to offer your son a scholarship. I saw his videotape. We put a videotape together real quick. I saw his videotape. I want to offer your son a full scholarship. And I know he can't play right away, but we're still going to give him a scholarship anyway. Because at that time, you couldn't transfer schools. But here's the thing. His situation, Isaiah's case, really, I know for a fact the NCAA started to put rules in place to allow college kids to transfer because it was him and a couple of other kids. There's a couple of high profile kids, but Isaiah did it, and we created the way to get him to transfer. He was able to transfer without having to sit out a year, the eligibility. But that became the standard for the NCAA, and then 2 years later, they made this portal and everybody could transfer without any regulations. But what I'm saying to you is, me speaking up created a situation for other kids around the country. And today, college football has changed, partly one of the reasons too. Not saying he's the only reason, but that situation was a big influence because all the things we had to go through to help him transfer from University of Maine to Hampton University. Are y'all with me? But what if I never said anything? I would never got a call from that Hampton's coach saying, I'm going to give your son a scholarship. And I want him to come play football for me. And we know he can't play next year. All because I was able to share. So where am I going with it? Some of y'all your business is struggling. You're struggling. But we want to put on I'm good face. Right?
Mm. Mm.
The I'm good face don't work in your bank account. Your bank account don't care about I'm good face. So now you're not good. Now what do you got to do? Now if somebody gives you a play to run, are you willing to run the play? See, he asked me, Eric, you got any highlight film? I said, we ain't got to take together, son. Get the highlight film together. He's like, Eric, man, if he ain't happy, leave. First off, if he ain't happy, tell him leave. Don't stay if he ain't happy. Worst thing you can do for your son. Cool. So he go. He wanted to leave, and we were saying you should stay. Then because we can't transfer, we were like, nah, man, let's get out of there. Let's go. We grabbed the car. Me and Mary got rid of the car and just picked him up and said, we out. During the holiday break. Didn't know where we was going. Right? So once we got that and somebody gave us a play, we ran the play. Do you got a video? Yeah, we have a video. So what are we going to do? We made a video. And I never forget, it was Martin Luther King weekend. Mary was away when the coach called and said, hey, I want to see your son. Let's come on down. I'm offering scholarship. He said, man, y'all, what are y'all doing this weekend, this Sunday? Nothing. He said, school's closed. I'll open up the school. And he opened up the school for us. He said, everybody's on holiday break because it's Martin Luther King, but I'll call some security people. And the head coach called and brought us there. Y'all with me? And we drove down to Hampton. It's like, cool. Probably the best decision. He got 2 degrees from Hampton, an undergrad and a master's degree from Hampton. So what am I trying to say? We ran the plays. He said, are y'all willing to come on down? Yep. We'll drive down. Stop what you're doing. Let's go. Get down there. So how many times are people giving y'all the plays to run, but you want to sit back and analyze the play?
Mm.
I don't know. That ain't like me. I don't know. That's my son. I don't know. Should we leave? He said, bro, if he ain't happy, leave. That was it. He ain't happy, so let's leave. Go make the video. Yep, we made the video. Then all throughout the process, he would give us a plate, we run the plate. You need to call the dean, the president, the chancellor of the university. I need some of these positions, get them to write a letter. We had to do so many things to get this transfer thing going, right? It was a lot of things we was going through that we had to go do. People I ain't never talked to. You need to talk to the provost. What's the provost of the university? Well, we had to call the provost and then get them to send us a letter. We did all the plays he told us to do, submitted to the NCAA, who at the time didn't care about kids transferring schools. Coaches can leave, but the players couldn't. But we kept running the play that he gave us. Are y'all with me?
Hey, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Also, I wanted to talk about one part that you probably didn't discuss. Think about the freedom that you had to be able to do it while you were in this business.
Jock, man, because I was a self-employed entrepreneur. You're right. I had the freedom to go back and forth to University of Maine, go back and forth to Hampton, go back and forth to travel to do this. But you know what? I understood there was going to, when I walked away from a corporate job, I understood the reason I walked away was to be there with my son. He was in fourth grade. I was like, man, I'm looking what they was doing. I was sitting in the class. I'm like, this ain't it for him. He's a smart kid. And they don't, I was telling my wife, I'm volunteering at the school all the time. And I was still working when on my days off, because I would work on the weekends. I was off the weekdays, and 2 days a week I would volunteer in the school. I was like, nah, he needs more time involvement. So where I'm going with this, Jock, you're right. Some of y'all got to build your business because you don't know what's the next thing that's going to happen to you. The next thing that's going to happen in your life?
Yes, man.
You don't
Yes.
know.
Yes. When it happens, Eric, and you don't expect it, it's almost like magic. It's almost like, I can't explain it, but you know that feeling when you're like, whoa, and you can't stop it.
Yeah, man. Like, and you talk about some, going through. And I know my daughter don't mind me sharing, but she went through a bad domestic violence divorce in 2022. Well, guess what? Because of my business, I was able to go back and stay with her in Michigan. Me and Mary, we packed everybody up for about over a month. And then me and my daughter, we just stayed there. She was homeschooled. So we stayed in Michigan, stayed at Airbnbs, had to travel every 3 or 4 days. We had to go leave one place because we rented and we hope that next week, we hope something could happen. Nope. So we rent Airbnb for about 4 or 5 days, right? And then every night, then we re-rent the same place. But sometimes between us renting it, somebody else would rent like 1 or 2 days. So then we had to leave, get out by 10 o'clock, pack everything up, get out, pack it in our car by 10 o'clock. And then we find a new Airbnb, but they don't let you into the new Airbnb till 4 o'clock. So from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we got to just sit there with all stuff packed in the car. And then we get in there, we stay there for 2 days because we wanted to go back to the other place, pack everything, live in there for a while, still going through the divorce stuff, still going through court, still fighting our lawyers, still fighting everything else. Then we had to go back to the other place and keep changing places every week or so. Do that for 2 months. And still trying to run the business. Still doing them on the calls. Never stopped doing them on the calls. I watched my daughter. She got her license. She got her license while she's fighting for her child, her freedom, because it wasn't a great situation at the time. And she was taking the test in the closet of an Airbnb. They had a virtual. We didn't have a place, so she would go in a closet and lock herself in the closet while she's taking the test. She failed it twice, passed it the third time, while going through all of this turmoil. So when people give me some excuses, y'all, I don't keep your BS to yourself. See, that's one thing I love. I live in a no BS free zone in my house. Dr. Mary doesn't allow any BSs. She's like, get over it. You coughing, get over it. You think you got COVID, get over it. But what if you can't get over it? I don't know. I don't want to figure out what if I can't do. Failure's okay, but you ain't gonna sit there and moan about it. Get over it. Next. Because there's gonna always be something. The question is, how do you handle the challenges of life? See, don't hold on to some of the things that you had to hold on. And then, Jock, talking about the freedom, then for the next 5 months, we had to go fly back and forth to Michigan for visitation once a week. because her daughter had to do visitation once a week. So her had to buy a plane ticket for me and her round trip every week. And then we got a rental car when we got there. And we drove some test.
Can anyone else hear him?
Is it just me?
Can't hear you, Eric.
No, I don't
Eric.
hear. I don't hear him neither.
You're muted, Eric.
Can't hear him
Nope.
neither.
You fading, bro.
Eric is officially in the bushes. There you go, swapping out the computer.
It was getting too
All
hot.
right, can y'all hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you.
There you go.
I don't know what happened to
Too hot
my
for the
computer,
computer.
but ooh, testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
That means that your other one turned back on.
It's so off, but it's now supposed. All right.
Echo.
Eric got
I'm
this
just
real
gonna-
echo,
Echo,
man.
echo.
You got the real Eric Robinson, son.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Eric, here we go. I got it. Watch this.
Oh, Eric, did you see that message I sent you? Check it when you get a chance. That in the chat.
How about now? Y'all got me now?
Yeah.
Yep, loud and clear.
Y'all hear me now?
Did you see that message I sent you?
Still echo.
No.
Check it when you get a chance. Man, that's a real echo.
Y'all got me now?
Yes.
Did you see that message I sent you? Oh, that's crazy. No.
Check it when you get a chance. Man, that's a real echo.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see me? Hear me?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. The YouTube is playing because we stream live on YouTube and it's echoing on my side. I hear everything like a second delay. Hold on. Yeah. All right. So where we is? Y'all got me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So anyway, bottom line is going back and forth, having to travel back and forth. Even to this day, she now has dual visits, dual rights. So we still once a month now we got to travel back. But the thing is, where am I going with that? You have to build your business because you know something one day something's going to happen. See, some of us is like, oh, okay, you know, my situation is stopping me from doing what the heck I gotta do.
Is he gone again? I think he dropped. Can anybody else hear me?
Eric Robinson.
He's gone.
He's all the way gone.
It was too hot. It was too hot.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
We'll give him a second to oh, I forgot. Tawana, you got the floor. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Oh, I mean, here he comes.
Am I back yet?
You're back.
Everybody give Eric Robinson a nice round of applause for returning. Woo!
Here's the thing. Guess what? See, that's another example. You can't let technology stop you. See, some people gonna fall. Oh my goodness, no, I don't care about that. I didn't make the technology. Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
Even if I did make it, who cares? So where am I going with this? You have to get to the mindset, the point, and some of y'all it's gonna be a shift in the way you do business. It's not the way you do life, the way you do business. Because in your life, if you are still born, still breathing, still alive, you have found a way to keep yourself alive. Period. I ain't talking about your family. I ain't talking about your kids. You have found a way to keep yourself alive. You have found a way to continue breathing. You have found a way to continue eating. You have found a way to continue drinking. I don't care what you might be eating sardines and pork and beans, and you might be drinking sink water. Are y'all with me? But you have found a way to stay alive. Are y'all catching that? Mm-hmm. So you have found a way to stay alive. The issue is, have you found that same commitment for your business? See, that's the difference between those who succeed in something. You're succeeding in something else. But when it comes to this business, do you let every other distraction take you away? Because you don't understand what this can do for you. See, I understood What could this do? I didn't know. I didn't plan on my daughter going through a situation. The farthest thing from my life. But when she left home, she wasn't happy when she left. She's like, I'm gonna see y'all later, Mom and Dad. Y'all ain't gonna see me again. And my wife prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. I remember one time we had our first event, she cried and prayed in front of everybody. But one day my daughter returned home. We didn't know we would return home like this. But right now, my daughter and my granddaughter's in my house, right? So I believe in the power of prayer. But I also understand I need to be prepared. And so why I'm sharing this with you, because for me, a lot of my life, I did not prepare. I wish I would have been more intentional about something that could get me more than what I was already getting. See, I was intentional about the job, and I know what the job was giving me. But the job was not given. I could not get more out of that job than it was already giving me. No matter how much I gave to it, it was not going to give me any more than financially than what was already set to give me. Thankful, grateful for it, but it was set of what it was going to give me. I was not conditioned to program my energy into something in the first part of my life, the first 30 years of my life, the first 25 years of my life. I was not really conditioned to program to go after something that can give me more than what I'm already getting from a financial position. We call that the hustler mentality. See, they want to laugh at the hustlers. Why these? Sometimes I'll tell you, hustlers are just a hustle mentality. Why are they out there doing this? Why are they doing that? Because they realize I can give this hustle and put more energy in this hustle, and the growth can keep going. The growth can keep expanding. You're hustling at your job, but they ain't gonna never give you no more than it's gonna give you.
Say that again.
Yeah, some of y'all, I'm proud. My job will give me 6 figures. Okay, but that's you are satisfied with being capped. It took me 20 plus years to realize, stop being satisfied with the cap, Eric. The floor might be low, but man, I'm looking at my ceiling. What's possible? See, the job, the floor might be here, but what's the ceiling? Right here. And so y'all you're looking down on the floor. Like, man, I can't go there because I can't never do that. But here's the funny thing, they got a saying. The employees' worst fear is that they will lose their job. An employee's worst fear is one day they're going to lose their job. And then there's a saying, an entrepreneur's worst fear is one day they're going to have to get a job. The employees worry about losing a job. The entrepreneurs worry about having to ever go back and get a job. And both are hustling. The employees hustling to keep the job, and the entrepreneurs hustling not to lose the job. But here's the thing. What happens when you're an employee and you're trying to be an entrepreneur? Where's your hustle at? Most people's mindset can only hustle to keep the job. They'll let the business go. I listened to Val. He said, in the other day in the CEO tape, he said, man, listen, don't even bring me unlicensed people. You can get them, just don't bring them to me. He tells the team, don't bring me to try to help you close an unlicensed person. Why? Because they ain't even made the commitment yet to go get their license. I ain't got time to waste my energy. My time is valuable. I can never get time back. I'd rather go spend time with my family than spend some time with somebody who ain't even committed to their own future. Go show me your commitment. So that takes a little level of maturity. Go show me your commitment to yourself first. Think about this. You don't just walk up into the White House and say, I want to see the president today. Nope. You don't walk up into any place. Why? Because it's like, oh, no, you better put some respect on this. I can't walk up to the University of Maryland and say, man, I want to go see the head coach right now. No, you better put some respect on this. You got an appointment, sir? Nah, you can't even get in the facility. They got that facility locked down. After the game, he got security walk. Are y'all with me? You don't go to Hollywood and say, hey, I want to go see. See, some people have learned to put the level of respect on themselves. What have you learned to put on yourself? Because, see, they don't teach you that in school. They teach you respect the authority, but they don't teach you that you're the authority too. And then they teach you how to put respect on that job, but they don't teach you how to put respect on your business. Trust me. I've been through a lot of schooling. Took me 10 years in college. My kids' college, I've been on a lot of schools, y'all. Been a lot of schools throughout the DMV, colleges around the East Coast. Same thing. And I talked to thousands of entrepreneurs. And what is the biggest thing, that the common denominator for those who are looking to be successful? They haven't learned to value their business. The common denominator, they haven't learned to value the business because you value the check. And your job is giving you a bigger check than your business gives you in the beginning. So you'll always put value on the job, and you'll always put less value on your business. Once you learn that, Donna, you said it. You say, you know what? I got to check so I know this thing works. Here's the thing. You got to know this thing works before your check goes up. You can't wait till the check, then I know it works. No, it would never work once you wait for the check. You got to know it works and then watch the check go up.
And if I had given up, I would have never known it worked.
See, Donna, here's the thing. I'm going to share something with you, Donna. Can I let you on a little secret?
Yes.
You, from day one, knew that it worked. You just have not allowed yourself to tell yourself how committed you were. You show up on the morning calls. I seen you on the morning calls in the bed. You show up to the events. You have not allowed they don't teach you that, Donna. So you're thinking that I'm hanging in there. No, you're not hanging in there. You are running your business, and watch you'll get better and better and better. So eliminate the I'm hanging in there, because it takes time to grow. It's like, I'm gonna leave with this. It's like a farmer who goes to throw seeds, and people are like, well, where's your watermelon? Where's your crop, Mr. Man? You ain't no farmer. Where's your crop? It freaking takes time. And the real experienced farmer doesn't even listen to that foolishness. The new farmer, like, oh, you're right. It ain't no crop there. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a farmer. Are y'all with? You catching that? See, a real entrepreneur knows it takes some time for you to develop the mindset, the skill set. Are y'all with? You with me? It's the mindset and the skill set before you get the income. Sometimes it happens right away, but sometimes it doesn't. A real entrepreneur can tell me, I can tell you you're an entrepreneur, Donna, but you don't know it just yet. And don't let the rest of the world who ain't entrepreneurs, don't let them be the ones to tell you. Once y'all on this line, y'all, it's a whole bunch of donations on this line. You still keep saying, well, one more making, well, I'm trying to figure it out. The real entrepreneur is like, this is what I do. Well, where's your money, bro? You asked me that question. You just told me how you're not the smart one. Because you're talking about where my money, and I just signed up, just got started. Are y'all with me? Let me get the skills. Let me get my mindset right. Let me understand the business. And the money will follow. Jock said it took him 9 months to get his first check. It took me 4 months to get my first check. But I'm going to tell you right now, every year, every week, I get 2 checks every week, like clockwork. And I get my checks now every week. Looks like some people's whole month checks. But it took me 4 months because I was an entrepreneur mindset from day one. Hope y'all got something out of today. Love y'all. Troy Ganey, back to you, sir.
Woo! I'm gonna go like this right now. Look at that. Look at that. Because Mr. Eric Robinson just laid it down for us, y'all. So I know somebody's got some nuggets today, and I know you've been stretching your brain, or your brain has been stretched with all the information that's been coming out and the nuggets that he was just dropping, as well as those that came from some of the folks that we had on the line. So with that being said, we're going to start this Annie Willie recap and get this relay started right. And if I don't see a hand real quick, I'm going to pull a Miss Tawana Chisley, because you know I'll be a coach for you real quick and put somebody in the game. All right, my sister herself that won't leave nobody hanging is none other than the Black Belt Oracle, Miss Tawana Chisley.
Eric Robinson, we have a question for you.
Talk to me.
All right, so you said you mentioned putting on or not putting on a brave face. So, do you or don't you?
I
Because
feel
I have this conversation. Everything you're talking about is what I go through in this house, trying to keep my daughters uplifted, and then the process, I'm uplifting myself because I said, "Oh, I'm talking to you," but I'm actually talking to myself. Um, but putting on that brave face, like I put a post up, like I'm gonna continue to smile and I'm gonna have that gleam in my eye, regardless of what I'm going through. So, should I or shouldn't I? Because
well.
I
Here's
said,
here's, here's this, Tawana. Guess what?
yeah,
You're putting on your face. See, once you realize that's your face, you are the person who says, I'm going to make sure no matter what I'm going through, I'm going to make sure everybody else is happy. I'm going to keep it uplifted. That's the leader in you. So it's not putting on the brave face. That's just what you is. It's like a soldier goes in battle. You ask them, it's like, yeah, I have fear, but it doesn't stop me from going to do my assignment. So I put on my assignment. I'm ready for battle. Okay. I'm ready for the game. People, football players, basketball players, they say, yeah, man, I get butterflies, but guess what? Every game. But that's who I am. See, so once you understand who you are an entrepreneur. You are a businesswoman. Okay. So you're putting on your face. Do businesswomen get scared sometimes? Yeah. Does it get tough sometimes? Yeah. Do I want to cry sometimes? Heck yeah. Is it hard sometimes? Yeah. I ain't gotta fake it till I make it. It's part of but that's all a part of life. But it doesn't make me any less of an entrepreneur or a business person.
okay. So I'm
Doesn't
asking that for a specific reason, because there are moments, since we're having this full transparency, that it's hard for me to be here, but I know that I have to be here, and I put on this brave face. Like I
go
was
on.
telling you about, I'm sorry, this last week, I mean, straight facts. My husband's car got repossessed, and I got on here the next morning and kept it moving because I knew I was going to go get that car out. So,
Guess what you said. Now, guess what you said. Can I share something with you? Can y'all give me a moment here?
yes,
All
sorry.
right, y'all, hold on. Well, I'm gonna get.
Oh Lord, why you?
Because we got a moment. This is what this is all about. All right.
Okay.
I've been there before. I've been on the way. They reached days to my car right one time while I was in my daughter's 16th birthday. So now y'all looking at that was one of her birthday, right? I'm like, man. So here's the thing. That's sometimes part of an entrepreneur's journey.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So it's not the brave face. It's the so don't look at it like I didn't want to be here. You look. That's what I'm saying. You're not letting that stop you. Now here's the thing. Don't stop. Once you start to realize that this is not faking it till I make it, you start saying, I'm out here making it. And then you start to do the things now. Once you receive it, now you start doing the action steps and you'll start making it. And you'll start making it. And you'll start making it. But as long as you see yourself as maybe, am I being a phony? It's kind of hard to feel like a phony and go out there and do what you got to do. It's kind of some people like, Eric, it's kind of hard for me to go tell people they can make money if I ain't making no money. How am I going to tell people to make money? You ain't making no money. Your success has zero to do with their success. We have an opportunity called Experience Financial Group. Everybody signed the AOA. Nobody put a gun to nobody's head and said, this is what you must do. Jamie has never came to me and said, Eric, you got to do it this way. You got to get up at 9 o'clock. You got to be here at 10 o'clock. You got to be here there. Are y'all with me? There was zero in saying that this is a must, what you have to do. Only thing you got to do is you got to be a licensed agent. You got to have AML. You can get it from anywhere. You got to get E&O insurance. And you got to put your bank account information. Those are the only thing must, and you probably got to get appointed. But you only have to get appointed because you can start building a team and you get overrides. But those are really the only thing. License, have a license, AML, E&O are the only must to get in a banking account. 4 must to get paid here, right? The only 4 must. Anything else is not a must. So the question becomes, how does Tawana now do some things that she must do? You got to let go of oh, I'm not faking till I make it. Oh, I don't want to tell people because I'm not there. You got to let go of the imposter. So, Tawana, but it's part of the journey. See, here's the thing I tell people everybody's journey is different. Like, you are, bam. If I line up 10 agents, you are one of the 10 agents. Standing tall. But everybody's journey is different. Are y'all with me? Doesn't make you any less an agent. And see, other people want to judge, and we've been taught to judge somebody. Well, how much money you making? How's this? How's that? Listen, y'all, this thing can change in an instant. I watch people, boom. Great example. They used to laugh at Hernan when he came on. When we first started, they laughed at Hernan. And then Hernan like, yeah, I got over 400 licensed agent. I got the ring. They was like, man, Hernan, you doing these bots? He's like, man, don't worry about it. I'm online. I'm doing my online thing. Yeah, Hernan, shut up. Hernan just talking. He got the loud microphones. The next thing you know, Hernan recruited Simon. Then he started recruiting other people. They're like, oh man, his online marketing is working. Then his people recruiting, maybe he recruited Simon. Simon came and left and quit. Simon came back 7 months later. Simon McKee, then he's crossed over $500,000. Well, Simon's making $500,000 license there. Hernan gets some of that override commission. Are y'all with me? It took time, but Hernan never wavered. While everybody else was talking the noise, he's like, I hear y'all, brothers. He's like, I've been in business before. This is not my first time in business. So he understood there was a transformation process, a growth process for his business to work. Are you with me? And he never wavered. Some of us, y'all, we haven't got that yet. So we're still wavering. We're still wavering. It's like a tree. You plant a tree in the ground. I know we're going along. When you plant a tree in the ground, it's going to take some time for the roots to grow. And some of y'all, your roots are still growing. It doesn't make you any less a tree. You're still a tree. Your roots are growing, but you still ask yourself, am I a tree or am I a flower? Man, the flower's looking at me like, look at me. I got shiny things. And the tree's like, I ain't got no shiny leaves. And the flower's talking trash at you. Those are the employees. And you're just like, maybe I'm a flower. No, you're not. You're a tree planted to do what you got to do. But you, as a tree, got to know, I'm a tree. It's going to be some times the wind's going to blow. Someone's going to knock me off. I'm going to need some water myself, right? You can't water yourself, so you're going to have to wait for the sunlight, the rain to come or the owner to come water you. Are y'all with me? It's one of those things, but it doesn't make you any less of a tree.
Seed time and harvest.
Seed time and harvest time. But when it's time to go plant those seeds, y'all, if you're a farmer, you best to go plant the seeds. And that's what happens. Some of y'all are farmers with the seeds in your pockets. The seeds are in the shed because you're still trying to figure out, well, what season is it? Go plant the seeds and you'll figure out what season. And you plant the seeds and they don't grow, guess what? Come back next year, go plant some more. There's unlimited seeds. What are the seeds? There's people out there. There's customers. There's over 250 million adults in the United States of America. The seeds are unlimited. Go plant the seeds, Tawana. You are the bomb.com. You just got to realize I'm the bomb. And once I realize it, and
No, that.
But here's the thing: the action steps. You are still hesitant on your action steps, Tawana. Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, once you stop being hesitant on your action, and sometimes, guess what? They say most millionaires have filed bankruptcy twice. Why? Until they become millionaires. Because they gotta. It's not until your back gets so freaking up against the wall. Say, freak everything else. I don't give a damn about what you're saying. I'm going to go out there and 50 Cent best said it best, and people laughed at. I'm gonna get rich or die trying, because most of y'all are die trying to be broke. So I'm gonna get rich or die trying, because you're gonna die anyway. But y'all are die trying to be broke, working that job trying to be broke. So he said, I just rather work that, go get rich, die trying to get rich. Have you made that mentality that I'm gonna go out there and try to get rich? It's not a bad thing. I don't need to go die trying to be broke, die trying to be comfortable, go to work every day so I can be comfortable, go to work every day so I can be broke. Nah, man, let's go out there and try to get rich. Period. End of story. Hope to help you, Tawana. Back to you, Troy.
And you wonder, how does all of this equate to a recap relay? Because we all just used to running 100s and 200s and 300s and 400s. But when you got super champions, what the super champions do is they enter and they jump in the triathlon that makes you go through water, jump over hurdles, and also run. Well, You're seeing it all right here. And the champions that are on the line will always stay in the race and won't give up and make it happen no matter what comes at you. As Mr. Stephen Short that's getting ready to come up likes to refer to our man Bruce Lee, he likes said, be like water. Flow, flow, flow. Keep it moving. All right, Stephen Short, give it up.
Got you something, man. This
Make it
something
quick.
that's from that I can tell y'all because my thing be based in spirituality, the Quran and the Bible. In the Quran, it has a thing say, "Oh, you believe, struggle is ordained for you." That means in life, when you have things and you want to challenge things, you try to achieve stuff, you're going to have to struggle. But I got this parable for you, sister. It was this man that had a piece of metal. Then what he used to do, he used to put it in the fire, beat on it a little bit, then put it back in the coolant, in the water, so it cools down a little bit. Then he puts it back in the fire, then beats it a little bit more, then put it back in the coolant. Then he piece it back in the heat, in the fire, and then he beats around, beats it, and put it back in the cooling. I say this is the meaning. In the end, after all that beating, being through the fire, you have a beautiful sword. And it can cut through anything. And that is your resolve when you get into your business and really be firm with it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's make it good. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. It got it in the zone. We thank you for that nugget. And we're going on to Mr. LaCole Elijah Pye. Turn your Nikes on.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Eric. Two key points from what you shared, Mr. Eric. I want to talk about just the fear. Just like we always say, we have the good credit and the bad credit, we have the good fear and the bad fear. The good fear you mentioned for an entrepreneur is the fear of going back to work. And I'm telling you, that is what keeps me going every day. That's what keeps every business owners going every day, because you know where you come from and you don't want to go back there. And then the second thing is that they talk about is let that good fear, right, keep you up every day. Because if you are afraid of going back to where you were and you don't want to go back to that 9 to 5, nothing wrong with that. But if you don't want to lose the current lifestyle that you have, so that's what keeps me up every day. People like, you work too hard. My daughter is like, sometimes get off the Zoom and go and eat, get off the phone and go and eat. But I say, look, I don't want to go back to where I was. So thank you for sharing that, because we need to have that good fear instilled into us every day in what we do. So thank you, and back to you, Mr. Troy.
Thank you, Sir LaCole Elijah Pye. We appreciate you and your nuggets. And we're going to give it to the lady that's getting ready to go over the hurdles and through the water and take us on over there to the anchor leg. And that's none other than Dr. Teresa O'Day.
Thank you for giving me this. Everybody sharing here today is just, phenomenal. And I just thank God for this village, I call it, okay? Because we are being live, living human beings, life happens. And some say life happens to you, some life happens for us. So the question is, whatever we're going through, is that helping us, refining us, pruning us, making us get to be a better version of who we are? And whatever our goals and aspirations or dreams are in life, it is a journey to me. And, I thank God for being an entrepreneur to open my eyes to the reality of this journey. Because when you are a 8 to 4 person, you're just going through the motion, doing whatever. Okay, today we're testing students. Today we're educating. We're doing whatever we're doing. We're just going through that. At the end of the day, we come back home. We just repeat. And I did that 23 years. But I never, stop for a minute. Things happen. but we just go through whatever and but now I'm being more intentional with my time, with the realization that I have a goal and a dream to fulfill because I want to be an entrepreneur so I can have the lifestyle that I never had. Okay. I could not even go home when I wanted to go. Like, that's the reason why I had to step away in 2019. I couldn't go see my mother who was ill in Africa. They said, no, you couldn't go. I said, oh, really? But now I have that time freedom. And Elijah is saying, like he's speaking to me, I don't want to go back to that lifestyle. So I got to make it work here. No matter what I need to do, what I have to do, I have to prune myself and do what I need to do so I can get to what I want and be the person that I want to be for me, my family, and my team members, and for my world. Thank you.
Amen, amen. All right, all right. And we thank you now for bringing it into the zone for the anchor leg to put it all together. Better than any other. Just before we get there, I'm seeing the next ED, and we don't want to miss the next ED because we know if he got his hand up, he done pulled something out of the morning meeting this morning that is needed to be recapped. Let's get it, Sir Kamal.
Man, I appreciate it, boy. I got 1 minute, so I'm gonna jump right in. I got a partner of mine, a really good friend, and hopefully he get to tell this story. So he needs to qualify, like Erik said. I'm gonna tell it for him because I think it's apropos to what we talked about today. He was younger. He went to juvenile. He made some decisions where he had to go to juvenile. And he said when he first got there, the first day he walked in the door, the big bad kid of the juvenile knocked him out cold, straight to the ground. He said he passed out. Had to go to the medics and that whole deal. He said as soon as he seen me, he was gonna beat him up. When he got out of that and the other guy got released, right at it, boom, second fight. I said, what happened? He said, man, he kicked my tail. He said he kicked my tail. And they both went to, the 24-hour or the lockup or whatever. He said the third time, he said, as soon as we saw each other, right at it. He said, what you think happened? I said, you beat him. He said, no, he won by a millimeter. But he realized that he had to kill me to beat him. He said, so you know what happened after that? We became friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I earned his respect. He knew he had to kill me to beat him because I was trying to kill him. In other words, what we have inside of us and what we're planning to do here, you have to have that commitment that whatever else is trying to stop you from doing it, you will smash it to stay true to your goal. Man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
It's called that indomitable spirit. Indomitable spirit will keep you going against all odds, no matter who or how many stand against you. Continue to roll. With that being said, we are here. It's time to get it to the zone, the victory circle. That lady is waiting. She's already got it together. Quicker than I can say it. None other than downtown Rita Brown.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you.
Yeah,
what time is it? The time is now. Look for people that want to talk to you. Enjoy the journey. Keep your eyes on the prize. It's lonely at the top. Take some people with you. You can't always be in a defensive mode. What would you say about you when you look in the mirror? It's all about consistency and authenticity. Stay in the car. Do what you need to do to get your business moving. Keep soaking in all the information. The time is now. Be excited about what we have and the growth. You got this, and we got you. Stay in the boat. We are all going through something. When it's time for that breakthrough, things will get rough. Just hang in there. We are always going through something. The question is, how does it make you feel and how do you respond to it? Your skills and abilities have gotten you where you are now. Sometimes you have to share what you are going through so people will know how to help you. Your business is struggling, you are struggling, but you put on a brave face. Are you willing to run the play? Let me say that again. Are you willing to run the play? You have to build your business now because you do not know what's going to happen in the future. No BS. Get over it. How do you handle the challenges of life? Don't let your situation stop you from doing what you have to do. You have to shift the way you do business. You have found a way to stay alive. The issue is, have you found the same commitment for your business? You have to be prepared. Have the hustle mentality. The growth can keep expanding. There is no cap. The employee's worst fear is one day they will lose their job. An entrepreneur's worst fear is one day they're going to have to get a job. Both are hustlers. You have to have the mindset to hustle for your business. Put a level of respect on yourself and your business. People haven't learned to value the business. You value the job, but not your business. Don't wait for the check. Know it works and the checks will come. When you are showing up to the morning calls and events, you are not just hanging in there. You are running your business. It takes time to grow. The mindset and skill set comes before the income. That's it. That's all.
Boom. There you go. And you have just heard it from the spiritual voice. The one that you don't see in my camera is the one that brings it all together and gives it to you just as it should be. That's it, and that's all. We thank you once again, each and every one of you, for participating. We thank Miss Tawana Chisley for stepping in for a third job. And we also thank none other than the owner of the Nugget Bucket, Mr. Erik Robinson, that has laid it down today. Everybody, y'all need to come off the mute, man, and just give him a hand, because today he put some more fire that I don't know where he keeps getting the fire from. I think he got a bonfire, though, or something that he puts a lot of wood in his backyard, because he just keep coming and bringing it every day. That is none other than Mr. Erik Robinson, who's going to have the final word this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Troy Gandy, for everything. Thank you all for the kind words. And thank you, Donna and Tawana, for sharing. Thank you, Rita, for the recap. Thank you, Tawana, for excellent job posting for Uncle Jock. And Kamal, I just want to end with this, what you said. You said that other person realized they was going to have to kill him in order to beat him, right? And I think you're saying, do you have that mindset? And it makes me realize something I used to always tell Derek Halston, being a Marinepreneur, and I was like, man, Derek, the Marine mindset was right. You're going to die for your country. How do you get that mindset? He said, no, that wasn't what our goal was. Our goal was not to go out there and say we're willing to die for our country. Our goal is to make that other guy die for his country. So when challenges come, you got to say to that same challenge, I'm going to be here. Are you going to be here? I'm not going to. You follow me? That mind, the reverse. Like, if this, you ain't taking me out, but not no more than you ain't taking me out. I'm going to overcome you. Because I think it's a different position where you're saying, you're not going to overcome me. Let's flip it, y'all. I'm going to overcome you. Let's play to win, not playing not to lose, right? You're staying in the car. But by golly, I would falling out the car was never an option. Getting across the damn finish line is the goal. Getting to my destination is not the goal. When you get in the car, you don't get in the car and pray, Lord, and put the seatbelt on so I don't fall out. You get in a daggone car saying, let me get to my destination. So y'all got into this business. I don't know what your destination is. Some of y'all have not defined your destination. That's a problem. You're in the vehicle, but you don't know what your destination is. My destination and Troy's destination is two different things. We can buy the exact same car from the exact same dealer from the exact same time. I got 5 vehicles outside my house, and everybody gets out of the car and go different directions. Sometimes we go to the same place and we go in different directions. Like, why don't you go together? Like, no, I'm down. I want to go my own thing. I'm stopping here. They got other destinations along the journey. That's going to be like your team, your business partners. They got other destinations. But I'm speaking to you specifically. Whoever's listening to, I'm speaking to you. Do you know your destination, and how committed are you to getting there? How committed are you to getting to your destination? And then when you get off the line today, you got to start doing the things needed to get you there. So this is one step. But when we hang off the Zoom, are you doing the other steps needed to get you to your destination? And that's the difference between those who succeed and those who are still trying to get there. When they get out of the public zone, they're not doing the steps needed because they start making every other excuse in the book, all the drama, all the distractions, all the life starts to get you, instead of doing the steps needed to get you to your destination. And let the drama be the drama, because you know what? Save the drama for the mama, as the kids say. So with that being said, love y'all. Have an amazing day.
Peace
Thank
of the Lord be
you.
with you.
God bless you all.
Eric, I got a joke for you.
Talk to us, Steve.
Thanks, Eric.
Here it goes.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
A couch.
Dinner.
No. Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Bye, y'all.
Challenge for tomorrow.
Catch y'all
Everybody
later.
bring one. Each one bring one.
What a joke.
Yes, this back to house
Okay,
tomorrow.
money.
Nice.
Be
Office
with
hours
you.
today at 12. See y'all at 12 for those who are going to be at office hours. Same channel.
All right, y'all. Have a great one. Thanks,
You going
family.
office hours today, right, sir?
Good night.
Yes. Office hours.
Okay, all right. All right, brother.